This morning, we also completed the process to issue a new regulation banning bump stocks.
Boo, you whore.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows.
So bump stocks are going to be illegal soon, huh? Well, let's look at what a bump stock is from a technical perspective to see if this new law is likely to prevent any mass shootings in the future. Okay, first up, we should talk about semi-automatic firearms compared to bolt-action or revolvers. A simple explanation is that semi-auto means you pull the trigger once and one bullet comes out. Automatic guns mean you pull the trigger and hold it down and the gun will empty its magazine. Semi-automatic guns are all capable of being turned into automatics. Basically, it's much easier to make automatics, but gun manufacturers can't even give you this option since automatics are illegal for anyone who doesn't hold a very expensive and difficult to acquire permit. Usually, turning a semi-auto into an automatic would require special tools or parts, but with semi-auto rifles, bump stocks make it insanely easy to achieve the same goal. The principle of a bump stock is that energy is transferred through the gun backwards from the end the projectile exits. You can't just hold down the trigger, but what you can do is fire once by pushing your shoulder forward and keep your finger in the same place, and the rocking of the recoil will pull the trigger again and again so fast that the effect is essentially firing just as fast as an automatic. Bump stocks technically aren't super complicated. They're basically the same as a generic collapsible stock that usually comes standard with any semi-auto rifle you buy, just with a spring, and the pistol grip is free floating from the lower. In a few minutes of searching online, I was able to find dozens of pictures of do-it-yourself bump stocks that people had made using easily acquired materials like an 8x10 piece of sheet metal, a few screws, washers, etc. Essentially nothing that would sound any alarms at your local hardware store. As anyone even vaguely knowledgeable about guns can tell you, bump firing is a practice that long precedes bump stocks. No additional hardware is required to train yourself to bump fire a semi-automatic rifle or pistol. Just watch how much fun Benicio del Toro makes it look.
Adios.
So, with how easy these things are to make at home, not that I'm suggesting anyone do this, this is purely a rhetorical argument. What mass shootings are going to be prevented by this legislation? I'm seriously asking, because if all it takes is less than $20 of materials and an afternoon of tinkering with a gun to achieve the same result as a bump stock, what spree shooter that wanted to go full auto is going to be dissuaded by the illegality of owning a homemade bump stock? The truth is, these kinds of killers won't give a shit about the illegality. They'll either realize that the deadliness of most massacres aren't improved by going full auto, that's especially true when you've never tried firing like that before, and they'll stick with semi-auto, or it'll be a very quickly ended massacre. This new law has about 90 days from being enforced, so what I'm proposing is if I can get 4,000 subscribers by the first of the year 2019, maybe I'll treat you guys to a video of me doing my own little do-it-yourself project just to show you how easy it can be. Or, if you prefer, I can do a man-on-the-street type video where I ask Portland, Oregon residents to try to explain what they think a bump stock actually is. Do me a favor and comment below, let me know which one of those video ideas you think sounds better. And as always, please like and subscribe. The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. The shadow knows.